This is a very important video, I feel like. I I was just having some bad memories of a few years ago when I started using like online dating apps, and I was very shocked because, I had never been kissed 2 years ago. And a lot of guys online were saying I was gorgeous, which I had never really heard, and I'm pretty and all this stuff, and I wouldn't post many body photos, obviously, because I've always been insecure about my body. And when I would send more photos to guys, they would, I mean, some guys liked me, but most guys would be like, oh, you should lose weight, or oh, you have a really pretty face. Just very hurtful things that it's easy to say online, but things that guys should never say to girls. Like, no one should say, oh, you should lose weight, except your doctor. And I was never obese. And so many girls get told stuff like this. So I really wanted to make a video. And I was just thinking about it now too, because for those of you who watched me on YouNow back in the day, there was one guy who I was close friends with, and you know probably who this is, who told me, I'm like, we were cool. And then one time, like drunk, I said, or he was drunk and I said something to him. And then he was like, you know what, Juliana, I'm finally going to say it, what everyone's been thinking. He was like, you should go on a diet. And that hurt me so bad for a guy to say that. And I loved the YouNow community, and it hurt so bad to hear that. And it's just such a trigger kind of too, especially like me when I've been dealing with like weight issues my whole life, and I've finally lost like 40 pounds in the past 2 years. So when people say stuff like that to you, it's very hurtful. So many girls, guys too, but that deal with just like eating issues and all this fucking stuff, it's terrible. And more with like online dating back in the day, I was terrified to meet up with guys because of my weight. And the first few guys I did meet up with, I'm like, oh, well, I'm fat, I'm heavy, you don't want me, because that's what I've been told, or that's what I've seen. And it's just so crazy. A lot of guys like bigger girls, but the majority, I feel like, are told not to. It's crazy. And I really wanted to make this now because it's so hurtful, and guys don't get treated the same way though, because I like chubby guys. They're like teddy bears. And I've never seen it like, oh, he should lose weight. But girls are seen more as an object. And girls are constantly being like, I don't know how to put this, but I can't even, like, it still bothers me to this day. When I go on dates and stuff, I'm thinking like, they're gonna think I'm heavy, because that's what I've dealt with in my past. No guy I've ever gone out with has said that to me, but it was always a fear, because some guys that I was gonna meet up with, they saw my body and they're like, oh. And by the way, you would never want to date a guy like that anyways, if he's such, like, he liked you before, but then you're, I guess, a little heavier than what he expected. I've never been obese, like I said. I've been 30, 40 pounds heavier. And sometimes when I tell guys that now, they're like, I would still date you. But of course, they're probably just saying that. And over a year ago, one guy on Tinder sent me a message, and he said, you would be fucking gorgeous if you lost 30 pounds. And I did end up losing 30 pounds, but the fact that someone said that to me and basically putting me down, like, I'm not gorgeous because I'm heavy. My face has no value because my body is heavy. And I've gotten other stuff like that before too, which is so hurtful, so messed up. Family members tell me too, you have such a pretty face, but you should lose some weight. And I've had other guys online say that too, like, oh, you have such a pretty face, too bad you're not tiny or something like that. And other guys though too were nice and being like, I love your body. Or they said it weirdly, like, I like a girl with meat on her bones. You know, and I get it. It's great to be fit. And I can't blame guys for wanting a fit, attractive girl. But to say that to someone, especially like on You Now, the broadcasting site, when that guy said that to me, it's not like he was trying to date me or ever wanted to date me. He just wanted to be hurtful and knew that that would hurt me. And that did hurt me for a while, I'm not going to lie. And I had always kind of been teased about my weight growing up too, or like, Jalena's fat. I was very popular at a young age, and one girl kind of destroyed me for it. And because I was chubby, but I was friends with all the guys, because guys didn't care about that back then until this girl brought it up. And I've always, you know, had so many issues with hating my weight, even though there were girls heavier than me that rocked it. And I guess it's really how you carry yourself too, because now I don't care. I've rarely gotten over, like the past 2 years now, that I'm fat. I mean, I still get some guys that like, you know, only like really thin girls, and that's fine, but I think it's the way, you know, you carry yourself. Obviously, if you're insecure, it's hard to be attracted to that because they can see that you don't even like yourself. But I just wanted to put this out there because I am so sorry if you've ever been told something like that, because I've been dealing with it my whole life. And some guys are just pieces of shit, and some girls are pieces of shit too. And I'm just in a bad mood right now. So I wanted to make this, and I'm so sorry for you if you've ever gotten told that. And I'm also so sorry for you if you're one of those guys who has ever said that to a girl, because that is so fucked up. It is so unnecessary. You can keep your mouth shut. They do not need to be told that. Sorry. Just, it bothers me so much thinking back to those times. Or, you know, when I was planning on meeting up with a guy, or even just talking to a guy online, and then he saw my body and then just stopped talking to me. Now I get stopped talking to, like, over I won't have sex with a guy or whatever. But, yeah. So that's just great. And I know so many other girls that I've gotten told the same things. Yet I know a lot of bigger girls too, though, who are always going out with guys and like they love their bodies, because everybody likes different types of things. So if a guy ever says that to you, you shouldn't even want to go out with him anyways. It's obviously still going to be hurtful. But you will like a guy just the way you are, because my first boyfriend, I was 40 pounds heavier. He loved my body. Like, so it's not you, but this is more about the guys, because I just wanted to put this out there because it bothered me so much thinking about it. And just wear whatever you want. I was gonna make a video about wearing whatever you want, but this just bothered me more. So, yeah, I'm so sorry. This just a rant I wanted to get off my chest. So yeah, I'm okay. Thanks for watching. As always, leave me video suggestions.